star-studded, sophisticated cast you're about to meet say they jumped at the chance to bring an old-fashioned fairy tale, Beauty and the Beast, to life. I met up with them on a recent trip to London where they told me there are plenty of modern twists to this new $300 million production. It's a tale as old as time, a 300-year-old fairy tale about a beauty and a beast.
Show me the girl.
A Prince Charming cursed along with his loyal subjects.
The one who'll break the span.
All reimagined as a big-budget live-action musical.
Rising in the east.
Powered by this all-star cast.
The talent and the wattage coming at me right now is just off the charts.
The Emma wattage.
The Emma wattage right there.
It's a quiet village.
It's been 25 years since the Disney animated classic enchanted an entire generation of children.
There goes the baker with his tray, like always. The same old bread.
Emma Watson, who plays Belle, was one of them.
This was the soundtrack of your early childhood.
Yeah, how many actors get to really play one of their own childhood heroines like it was?
And she's a good feminist.
That's right.
She's a good feminist. You know, it's not
right.
the Beauty and the Beast is one of the only fairy tales with a really decent heroine who gets to do things.
Yes.
A princess tale getting Star Wars level buzz. This trailer viewed more in the first 24 hours online than any other in history, including The Force Awakens. It helps that Watson enjoys a massive fan base who followed her as Harry Potter's spunky sidekick, Hermione Granger.
That felt good.
Everyone likes to point out the similarities between Hermione, who's bookish and feisty, and Belle.
What I loved so much about Hermione and what I love so much about Belle is that they are that perfect mix of head and heart.
This princess, like the woman who plays her, cares more about her brains than beauty.
We live in a society and in a world which really loves to reinforce and validate the idea that, you know, you're intelligent and it's nice that you care about things, but ultimately, darling, what's important is how you look. And it's a really depressing message to receive, and it really is hammered home an awful lot.
Will you join me for dinner?
The man or beast who captures Belle's heart, played by Dan Stevens, the debonair leading man of Downton Abbey, transformed by the latest in computer graphics.
Come into the light.
There's that one look in the preview where you say, come into the light, and you come in and you make a facial expression, and it feels real.
Yeah.
Well, it was.
In what way, though?
It was my real face making that expression at Emma.
You are the wildest, most gorgeous thing I've ever seen. Nobody deserves you.
Luke Evans is Gaston, the narcissistic brute vying for Belle's affection.
I would say Gaston is even more sinister because he hasn't got special powers, and what he does and how he manipulates and rallies a crowd of villagers to do something they will regret. And he does all that as in human form. He does it. He plays on people's fear and the fear of the unknown.
Adding some light to that darkness is LeFou, played by Josh Gad, who brought Olaf to life in Frozen.
I'm Olaf, and I like warm hugs. LeFou is a blind follower who is either desperately in love with the idea of Gaston or wants to be Gaston.
Me neither.
He hears this almost demagoguery coming out of Gaston, and he questions it. And I think that that's interesting.
LeFou also questions his feelings for Gaston, sparking an unexpected gay backlash from Russia. The culture ministry there restricting children under 16 from seeing the movie. Director Bill Condon says it's about accepting people for who they really are. On the screen, we'll see everybody, and that was important to me. But at its core, a morality tale with sweeping themes, underscored by soaring music and lyrics. That Oscar-winning song, Beauty and the Beast, made famous by Celine Dion and Peabo Bryson, now refreshed by Ariana Grande and John Legend. Beauty and the Beast soundtrack really was sort of a masterclass in musical theater.
It reintroduced the form to a new audience through animation, but you always knew that it kind of wanted to be more. It feels like completing the circle to bring it back into a live-action form.
They're coming!
Which isn't easy when your character is a candelabra or a teapot.
What kind of person do you think that makes her?
Oh, you can't judge people by who their father is now, can you?
Oscar winner Emma Thompson pours herself into the role as Mrs. Potts.
Really, as an Englishwoman, it's what more could either of us ever want than to play something that contains tea?
Bucket list tip.
Arthur, what time is it?
Madame Garderobe, played by Tony Award-winning Broadway legend Audra McDonald.
What I love about this reimagining of Beauty and the Beast is that you get more, I feel like you're getting more of a backstory about these characters.
Stanley Tucci plays her husband.
You said you only wanted to do it if you didn't have to sing.
Yeah, I don't sing, and I don't sing in the movie, so it's great for everyone. Everyone benefits.
Despite legions of loyal fans, some criticize a love story that begins with a woman being held prisoner.
You've taken me as your prisoner, and now you want to have dinner with me? Are you insane?
I told you to join me for dinner!
And I told you no!
Belle argues with Beast about everything. And by the way, it's Beast who does the transforming. Belle doesn't change. Belle stays the same.
No matter how modern audiences interpret this fresh version of an age-old tale, what endures is the love story.
Strength is in its, like, unapologetic romance, and it's so hopeful, and it's so full of joy, and it's just kind of so defiant in that.
Defiantly joyful. Beauty and the Beast opens next Friday.